Hey everyone, it's Mags. Hope you're all doing well today. So in today's video, what I wanted to discuss was my personal top 10 best tips, fashion tips for those of us curvy girls. So any ladies with, fairly big boobs, big butts, some junk in the trunk, smaller waists, hopefully you can benefit from some of these fashion tips. So today I'll be going over my top 10 fashion tips for curvy girls. And hope you enjoy the video. And if you want to learn more about my fashion tips for curvy girls, then please keep watching. Okay, so tip number one, and this is one that I always tell my friends and anyone that asks basically, is wear a belt. So I have an example. I mean, it's a belt, nothing to do with rocket science, but just thought I'd show you guys anyway. So any kind of belt, skinny belt, red, whatever the color, thick belt. This is a nice one. Nice, thick, really waist-defining belt here. Any kind of belt basically will cinch your waist and essentially give you a little bit more of a defined shape. So if you're wearing maybe like a baggier dress, like a shift dress or a shirt dress or something like that that's a little bit baggier, always wearing a belt, well not always, but wearing a belt will basically define your waistline and make you look a little bit more curvaceous and frankly a little bit slimmer. Because when you define the waist, it actually, obviously shrinks that part of the body. It makes your hips and bum stand a little bit more, makes your bust look a little bit more defined. Because if you don't wear a belt to define, and that's fine, obviously if you want to wear like something baggy or comfortable and not be restrictive, I completely get that. But again, if you want to take your outfit to the next level and not look so like one shape, I find when you have a bigger bust and you wear like a baggier dress or shirt or whatever, it kind of all goes out from the chest out, so it can make you look a little bit larger than you actually are. So personally, what I do with any kind of dress or shirt dress or sweater or whatever it is, I just put a little belt there and I instantly think it looks so cute. It defines my waist, and I think it's a great little tip for us curvy girls. Tip number two is to select flattering necklines for your tops. So what I personally find flattering if you have a bigger bust, bigger chest, and are more curvaceous is, I think, a scoop neck like the top I'm wearing today. A scoop neck like this is very flattering. It shows off your collarbones. It's not necessarily low cut, but it does show a little bit of skin here. And this is a good neckline, obviously. I also think like a V-neck, which I've worn in previous videos. A V-neck is always nice. And a square neck. So square necks are actually coming back. So that's kind of more like, a scoop, but it's just a little bit more, obviously, a square. And I think the scoop, square, and V-neck type of necklines are very flattering for us curvy girls or bustier girls, because as I mentioned, it shows a little bit of skin here, it shows off your collarbone, it shows your neck, and I just find it looks a little bit more flattering. The tops I try to stay away from are tops that come up really, really high that are tight. So a turtleneck is fine. Obviously, if you're going for a turtleneck, like a looser turtleneck, like a sweater or that kind of thing, that's fine. But I don't like those like really tight tops that come up really high, personally, on curvy girls or bustier girls. I just find it doesn't well, it makes the space here look a lot bigger than it actually is, and it actually can make your boobs look saggier and not as nice. So again, just my personal opinion, but I try to stay away from tighter tops that have really, really high necklines. But again, if it's a turtleneck or a cowl neck or something that's a little higher but it's looser, that's obviously fine. So that's tip two. Now tip three, and by the way, this is in no particular order, this is just my own little list that I've compiled. Tip three is a big one. I could probably do a whole video about this actually, and that is wear a proper fitting bra. I don't know how many of us curvy girls or bigger busted ladies don't wear proper fitting bras. I think they try to sell you things like in the stores, they're like, oh, like for me, they're like, oh yeah, you're 36D. And I'm like, girl, no, I am not a 36D. My rib cage is actually extremely small compared to my bust and stuff. So I actually got properly fitted. I finally figured out how to do it. And like I said, if you want, I can probably do a whole video on this. But my rib cage is actually 32. and then your cup size has to go up substantially. So they always say, oh, sister size, you know, you just up the band size and then your cup size can go down. That's true to an extent, but if you notice that you're on the last hook of your bra strap, like the tightest, and your band is still like rising up your back constantly throughout the day, and you're constantly going like yanking and stuff, that means your bra does not fit properly. Okay, ladies, your bra does not fit. So you need to actually get a smaller band size. Now the problem is, I think honestly in 2018 we still don't have proper like bra sizing in most stores. I think most of us are really ill-fitted for our size for bras. So what you need to do is properly get your ribcage measured, your cup size measured, and you'll probably be surprised. Don't be surprised if you're like, oh, now I'm a 34H or something like that. I know it may sound ridiculous, but that's probably more realistic than saying, oh, like I'm a 40D, when, you know, you actually have a smaller rib cage and probably a bigger chest. So if your bra, your back of your bra is riding up constantly throughout the day, if you're like spilling out on the sides of your cups, cup size too small, band size is too big, you know, you got to work with what your mama, mother nature, or your board certified plastic surgeon gave you, and actually get a proper fitting bra. So that's my, third tip? I don't even know. That's my third tip that I would recommend, because once you get a proper fitting bra, OMG, your life's gonna change. You'll have better posture, shoulders back, stand up straight, your back won't hurt, you'll just feel like $1 million, clothes will look better on you. So trust me, ladies, invest in a proper fitting bra. And this goes for anyone, not just us curvy girls, but proper fitting bra, win. Number 5, I love high-waisted pants. So like high-waisted jeans, pants, whatever. I love that trend, and even if it goes away, I don't care. I'm gonna be that girl that's rocking the high waist even when it's out of style, because I think high-waisted pants on curvy girls look so good. Again, it's all about defining the waist. They hit at just the perfect spot of your waist that, you know, it goes at your waist and then the hips kind of go out and your shirts look better. I just think it's such a nice look. It's so flattering for that particular curvy body type. So invest in a nice pair of high-waisted jeans, high-waisted pants, high-waisted skirts, high-waisted anything, okay? Like high-waisted is the way to go when you're a curvy girl. So trust me on that. Get some high-waisted pants and don't look back, okay? Tip number 6 is, I don't know, this is just personally, again, me, but I'm not a huge fan of big baggy clothes on ladies who are curvier or have bigger busts, etc. I think actually wearing more form-fitting clothes, I'm not talking like skin tight, like painted on like latex or anything like that. No, I'm just saying proper fitting clothes that conform to your body, that skim over your curves, hug your curves. That is going to be a nice silhouette for someone that's curvy. So I think a lot of times when you're curvy or, you know, a little bit larger, whatever, you feel like, oh no, baggy clothes, I want to like layer and cover up whatever, like this roll here, this roll there. No, I personally think that hugging your curves with these nice fitting clothes is actually the way to go. It actually makes you more slim. It actually elongates your figure, so it makes you look taller, leaner. So I would say my personal tip is to actually wear proper fitting clothes that are not these baggy sacks. Don't cover up, girl. Don't cover up. You know, you do you. You own what you put out there, and I think put out your body out there for the world to see, and I think you're gonna be super pleased. Okay, so that's tip number 6. Tip number 7. Now this might be a little bit contentious. I don't know, maybe. This is again a personal preference for me, and what I think for myself essentially is don't overdo accessories. So, you know, a little pair of earrings, which I literally forgot that I'm not wearing today. Okay, don't judge. I forgot I'm not wearing earrings today. But anyway, it's a bad example. But, you know, a little earrings, small necklace, a couple little rings, you know, fantastic. But, you know, when you put on like huge earrings, 4 or 5 mags, I'm exaggerating. But, you know, a couple necklaces, chunky necklace, or like a thin necklace, some rings, bracelets up to here. I just think you're overdoing it. It clutters the look. It actually kind of makes this again might not be a popular thing to say, but it kind of makes you look a little bit chunkier because you're having all these accessories going on, and it takes away in some ways from your natural curves, and it makes you look a little bit too busy. Also takes away from the clothes that you're wearing. So for me, my whole thing with accessories is they're meant to accessorize your figure. So, you know, a couple little accentuating pieces, like I said, little cute pair of earrings, maybe a necklace, maybe a ring or a bracelet. That's absolutely fine. But piling on, you know, a bunch of stuff everywhere, I just think makes you look like a overdone peacock. So I hope that's not too much of a conscientious thing to say, but that's just my personal opinion. When you're a curvy girl, I think stay away from putting tons and tons of accessories at one time. So that's another tip. Tip number 8. So if you're curvy, and again, this is just me. Now, personally for me, I always have to wear a bra. I don't think I ever wear no bra, and strapless bras, again, because of my bust size, just have never worked for me properly. So I usually recommend, if you have to wear like, you know, or sorry, if you want to wear something that exposes your shoulders and, you know, that kind of thing, pick something with thicker straps. So this top here is just a little bodysuit. That's just a basic bodysuit, but it has thicker straps. So with this kind of bodysuit, I can still wear my regular bra under it. The straps don't show. I can still show off my little shoulder, my little, you know, clavicle, my little cleavage, arms, whatever I'm wanting to show that day. And I can still wear a bra. So again, you know, especially with like bralettes and stuff like that, if you're obviously looking to show off your bra, that's one thing, and that's completely fine. But for me personally, I don't, again, bralettes, cry me a sad tear, everyone, cry for me a little bit. But bralettes, I've never found a bralette that can hold up the girls here properly and actually give me any kind of support. So I envy those of you that can actually wear bralettes, but I've never found a bralette that fits me, probably because of my small rib cage and, you know, big boobs. It just has never worked out for me. But that look can be cute when you want to show off your bralette with your top or whatever. But if it's just a regular outfit, you're wanting to not show off your regular boring maiden form bra or whatever it is, then I recommend a top like I just showed. I think that's a better choice. Stay away from like things with little spaghetti straps for tops, and go for tops that have a little bit of a thicker strap so that you can in fact wear your regular bra. Okay, so that's another tip. Tip number 9 is, okay, I think this is going to be a little bit of a controversial video. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe I'm just all in my head. But I personally think high heels looks so good. So wearing a pair of high heels, got a cute pair here to show you. Ooh, aren't they adorable? Not too high. I mean, not like crazy. These are like 3 inches, so they're not like nuts or anything, but these are such a cute pair. But I think basically wearing a pair of high heels just accentuates your whole body for curvy girls. So right away, it makes your butt pop in and like gives you that little apple. So you go from, you know, drab to fab with your butt. So I think that's kind of a nice thing. Who doesn't want like this little apple booty that seems to be so in style right now? So high heels, they elongate your legs, they make your booty like pop. And honestly, I find throwing a pair of heels, maybe this is just me, but I feel like a lot more confident. I'm like walking with my little swagger, you know, my little like wiggle going on, because I feel confident, I feel hot, I feel like I look good. So I think a pair of heels, and again, obviously not all the time. Some days you just want to kick it with your sneaks and, you know, your loafers or slippers, whatever. I totally get that. But I'm just saying, if you want to like elevate your outfit, I just say throw on a pair of heels and you're good to go. My last tip is something that I have to do fairly often, again, because of my proportions, is having your clothes properly tailored to fit you. So, hey, you know, newsflash here, I guess, is not everybody is gonna have the same body, right? Like, we're not all gonna be the same shapes and sizes off the rack with clothes. So you know, it can be very difficult to walk into a regular store or order online and expect the clothes to instantly fit you perfectly. So, and you know, if it doesn't, don't be disappointed. Especially, it could be like an easy fix, like to take in a waistband slightly, to shorten a skirt or dress slightly the hem. It's not a big deal. You know, typically if you can find a tailor that can do it a little bit cheaply, those types of fixes can definitely be worth the investment, especially if the clothes, you know, are a little bit more costly. It's an investment piece, something that you think is going to last you for many, many seasons, like something timeless, like a pencil skirt or a blazer or something like that. Putting in a few extra dollars, getting it professionally tailored to fit you perfectly, I think is a great investment. So For me, tons of times I've had to actually get the waist of things taken in, like on my jeans, on my skirts, dresses, because usually if I get like a size 8 or whatever to fit me in the boobs and the hips, it's going to be way too baggy in the waist. Now for, normally I can just belt it with my little tip number 1 and that's fine, but sometimes it's just too excessively much material around the waist. So hey, go into my little tailor lady, she takes it in and I'm a real happy camper. So having your clothes tailored to fit you perfectly is going to really help out when you're for Curvy Girl Fashion, when you're trying to look your best, trying to get clothes that really fit you well to your body type. Hey, I think if you can, go for it, and I think it would be awesome. It's going to basically look like your clothes were custom made for you, just getting a few little pieces tailored. So yeah, try that. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Those are my top 10 fashion tips for curvy girls. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I'd love if you would consider subscribing to my channel. I put out these kind of videos every week. Come join the Mags fam. We have a lot of fun over here. And, I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. And again, these are just my own personal opinions. Of course, we all can have differing opinions on fashion. Fashion is very objective or subjective? Subjective, right? Basically, it's a very personal choice. So obviously, what I may think about fashion tips for curvy girls, you may disagree, and that's totally cool. Let's have a discussion. In the description box below, leave some of your comments on, or tips if you have any for curvy girl fashion, and what you like to see on yourself, on other ladies. Let's start a discussion. I think it's great. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye. All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus. Uh-huh.